Good morning, guys. Today's the 28th. I hope you enjoyed your day off from math. Um, I just want to point out that remember, you guys are supposed to be checking your work, okay? Please don't just submit your homework and then, just forget about it. I check the work, I look through your homework, I write comments in your homework, and then I release the answers. So please, you need to check your answers to make sure that you got it right. I can't turn around and say to you guys, hey, any questions? So you check your answers on your homework. If something's wrong, reach out to me and I'll explain it. Okay, there are many ways that we could go through this. We could even do a Teams Zoom thing if you needed to. So please make sure you do that. Okay, today's lesson is actually half a lesson. Okay, I would normally teach this lesson together, but I'm just going to break it up into two pieces today. Let me just make sure that this is focused properly. Yeah, someone told me the last video was fuzzy. If it was fuzzy, please, you gotta let me know. Okay, so today we're going to talk about properties of logs. And again, you guys were introduced to logs in Algebra 2, so you should have some basic knowledge of it, and I'm not going to go too crazy into it. But let's see if you remember any of the properties. If you were given the log of any base, we'll call base B, of something times another, okay, x times y, okay, that's the product property, okay, because they're being multiplied. You rewrite it in expanded form. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be expanding. Whenever you have two items multiplied, you rewrite it as the log base b of x plus log base b of y. Okay, so we're just going to go, this is a condensed form. This is the expanded form. By the way, how's that? Took 3 hours yesterday, did my own nails. Okay, so this is condensed, expanded. So when they're multiplied, you put them in addition. The quotient property, any log of any base of anything divided. Okay, if when they're multiplied, you add them, what do you think you're going to do when you divide them? That's right, you are going to subtract them. Log base b of x minus log base b of y. Okay? And power property. If you have some log of any base of anything raised to a power, whenever you have something raised to a power, that power gets written in front. So this is going to be y times the log base b of x. Okay, so what we're going to work on today is we're just going to practice expanding. So I am going to give it to you in this form, and of course they're going to get a little more difficult, and you are going to expand. Tomorrow, well, not tomorrow because we skip a day, but Thursday we'll do condensing. So let's practice. And of course, like I said, as we go on, they're going to get a little more difficult. So we'll start easy. So if I gave you log base 2 of 7 times 11. Okay, I'm multiplying. When you multiply, you add. So you're going to rewrite it as the log base 2 of 7 plus the log base 2 of 11. That's it. Just want you to expand it. That's all I want you to do today. Number 2, if I gave you the log base 6 of 7 divided by 5, it's division. You are going to write it as log base 6 of 7 minus log base 6 of 5. That's it. Just expand it. If I give you log base c of x to the 7th, just expand it. It's a power, so that goes in front of it. 7 times the log base c of x. Okay, if I give you the ln, and this works for the natural log and the common log, so we can do with ln. We don't have to write the base with an ln. The base is always e. We don't write it because we know it's always e. Of the 6th root of x. What? Mrs. Obdyke, none of these have roots, but they do. because let's think back to what is another way that we can write a root. Technically, this is really ln. We could take that sixth root. The exponent is 1. No. And we could rewrite it as x to the 1 over 6. Remember that when you have anything raised to a fraction a over b, it becomes the bxa. Okay? So this is your exponent goes on top, and this is your root. Now we know that it's a power. Now it goes back to this. So this goes in front. 1/6 ln x. And we don't put in the base because the base is e. Okay, how are we doing so far? We're going to just do a few more little crazy ones. Let's go to number 5, which is log base 2 of x plus 7 over x cubed. Okay, now this up here is a plus. There is no property for a plus. This has to stay together as a binomial. So this is a division. Okay, so if it's a division, you're going to do subtraction. It's going to be log base 2 of, let's keep that in parentheses, x plus 7. We keep the binomial together, minus, and you could do it like this, log base 2 of x cubed. That's the first step. But we don't leave an exponent here because we do have a power property. So we're going to bring this to the front. Okay, so it's going to be log base 2 of x plus 7 minus 3 log base 2 of x. And that's it, rewritten. Now, eventually, you're not going to need to write this first step. You're going to be able to go straight to this step. You're going to know that if there is a power, it's going to go to that. Okay, but for today, you could write it out twice. In fact, the next one we're going to have to probably write out twice. Okay, log, this is the doozy, ready? Log base 4 of the cube root of 7 over q squared p. Adios, míos. Okay, so we have a numerator, we have a denominator. So we know that this is going to be subtraction. So we'll start off writing it like that. It's going to be the log base 4. We're going to leave it like that for now. If you already know that you could change it, then that's fine. Minus, now, over here, we have these two together. Okay, they're multiplied. You're going to have to separate them through addition. So let's throw a little parentheses there so we know we're doing double things here. Log base 4 of q squared plus log base 4 of p. Okay, if you need to stop the tape to look at this for a second, think about what happened here. This is in the numerator, this is in the denominator, but there's a multiplication here. Okay, so that's why I had to put parentheses because something happened here. Remember, this technically is 7 raised to the 1/3. So we're going to put that 1/3, that power, in front. You're never going to leave it like this. So it's going to be 1/3 log 4, 7, okay, minus, keep that parentheses for a second. We have the same thing going on here. We have a power here. 2 log base 4 of q plus log base 4 of p. Okay, now I don't want to have parentheses in this, so I'm just going to distribute. This is your basic distributing property. 1/3 log base 4 of 7 minus 2 log base 4 of q. When I distribute it here, minus log base 4 of p. Okay, and this is your final answer. Now, I'm going to tell you a little trick. anything in the numerator always has a positive sign in front of it. Anything in the denominator always has a negative sign in front of it. Okay, so if you think about what I'm saying right now, okay, over here, this is in the numerator. It should have a positive sign in front of it, and it does. I don't write it, but we know that it's a positive. All right, this is in the denominator, and this is in the denominator. Think of this as two different pieces. Okay, it's in the denominator with a power, so it should be negative 2 log 4q, and that's what I got. This is in the denominator. Even though you know that these two are multiplied by each other, okay, because it's in the denominator, it has to have a negative in front of it. So you technically, if you go by this trick, you could basically just skip right down to here. Okay, and you don't have to work with that. I just want to do one more, and I'm going to use the trick. Log base 7 of, this is going to be crazy, but we'll do it, 4 of x cubed y over 49. First of all, the whole thing is being raised to the square root. So just realize that technically it's this, not the square root of the 4th root, to the 1/4. Okay, so you have to rethink of it in terms of that. So now it's going to be, this is going to be in front of everything. It's going to be 1/4 in front of everything. Just put the parentheses there for now. These are in the numerator. So I'm going to do 3x to the 3rd is going to technically be 3 log base 7 of x. See how I just jumped ahead to that? I knew this had to go in front of it. This is still in the numerator, so it's a positive log base 7 of y. This 49, it's just a 49, is in the denominator, so it's a minus log base 7 of 49. Which we're going to talk about that in another day because that we could simplify. And now just distribute the 1/4. I'm going to multiply it by all of them. It's 3/4 log 7x plus 1/4 log base 7y minus 1/4 log base 7, 49. Okay, this one was a doozy, but the trick works. Okay, so use the trick. Tonight for homework, I don't even think I gave you, no, I didn't give you anything like that crazy. All right, so we're just going to practice a few of these. All right, we're just expanding. That is it. So your homework tonight are these 5 problems, okay? And if you have any problems, please reach out to me. You know I have office hours. You didn't see me, but I did close my fingers with my new nails, right? I worked hard on these nails. So if you have any questions, reach out to me. I hope you're all staying home, staying healthy, staying safe. I miss you guys. Speak to you soon.